welcome back to my channel. Ooh, it felt so good to finally do like a really dramatic eye look in what seems like forever. I just really love dramatic eyes and I love doing them, but recently I haven't really been doing a lot of them. I've been doing more like bright lips, but today I decided to switch it up and do really bold and beautiful and dark and smoky eyes instead of the lips. This look, I was gonna make it like into like a Thanksgiving inspired tutorial, you know, kind of like Jaclyn Hill did a year ago. Actually, I was inspired a lot by Jaclyn Hill when creating this look. I will insert a picture of the look that I'm talking about, but as you can see, that look is very, very different than what this turned out as. And I actually was trying to do that look initially, but then I was like, oh, I want to use this like very beautiful blue Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow, and I want to like do a few layers, make it a little bit more smoky than she did, and this is a lot more dramatic. So if you're into that, of course you can keep watching and figure out how to create this look. I'm not sure where I'd actually wear this, to be honest with you, but I really like this look a lot. And even though I have no imminent parties to go to, actually no, I do have one tonight. Yeah, I have a party tonight. I might wear this to that party. I might, we'll see. But yeah, anyway, this look is pretty much one of my favorite looks of the moment that I've done so far. I mean, I love it. It's just so dark and smoky and rich and blue, and ooh, I love it so much. So if you want to see how to create this look, keep watching. Hello everyone. So the very first step whenever I film anything, but I always edit this out, is me checking my teeth to make sure I don't have anything in my teeth. So we're done with that. Okay, let's move on to the actual first step. So first I'm just going to take a concealer. This happens to be from NYX. This is one of their waterproof stick concealers. Normally I don't really like to use this because this is like super drying, but this is a great base for the eyes because it's not too greasy, and I just like to apply it to my eyes and then just blend it out with a pretty dense brush, and that serves pretty well as an eyeshadow primer. It just covers all the veins and it just really works well for that. And then to set it, to make sure it's going to stay put throughout the entire day, I'm taking Beaches and Cream, which is a beautiful neutral tone eyeshadow. I'm just using this to set my lid. And then next I'm just going to be using a transition color. This is from a contour kit of 3 different colors. I will link the kit down below. Oh yeah, and this is the moment where I started to get into my jam and lip sync like a dork. This is what I do in every single video. That is another thing which I tend to edit out when I'm editing the video, but you know what? You know, I don't know why I'm feeling this, but I'm like, I'm just gonna keep everything embarrassing in here, so let's just get into it. So I'm just going to add this contour color to my crease using a fluffy Morphe M441 brush. Oh yeah, and when I opened my mouth several times before this video, you saw that my tongue was red. That was talkies. That was the talkies again. Talkies. It's just all the talkies. The talkies are addicting. But yeah, moving on. Alright, so for this beautiful green blue smoky eye, of course you need a green matte eyeshadow, and I just chose to use the Makeup Geek Enchanted Forest green eyeshadow. This is such a beautiful matte green eyeshadow, and we're doing a sort of like a halo effect with this. I'm applying this to my outer corners. I'm really just packing it in, and I'm also using a smaller detail pencil brush to apply this to my inner corner for more precision. And then to make it look a little bit more gradient, I'm just going to pull the color in through my crease, so it does look like kind of a halo smoky eye, you know, a bit, you know. That's just what I'm trying to do here. Alright, I look so weird. And then I'm just going to blend out all the lines so it's not too harsh. I do this periodically so it's not too harsh. And then to apply the center color, I'm taking this Makeup Geek eyeshadow. I don't know the name of this. I will link it down below, but this is such a beautiful color. Initially, I was planning to use like this beautiful duochrome green color, but then I was like, it looks good, but I kind of want something that will make this look pop even more. So what I chose to do is I went in with my finger again using an Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow, and this is so bright and beautiful. It really makes brown eyes pop beautifully. I just really like this color a lot. This is my first time using this, and it's just a beautiful color. I'm just applying this pretty thickly to the center of my lid, and you can see that it just really pulls the entire eyeshadow look together. Alright, so we're ready for foundation. I'm applying my Fiona Stiles matte foundation all over my entire face using my Morphe M439 brush. This is my go-to foundation brush, of course. I'm just applying this all over my entire face. Next, I'm taking this blush from Colourpop. This happens to be in the shade Aphrodisiac. This is a great color for contouring. I'm just using this as a cream contour on my nose using this Morphe brush. I will link it down below. But I'm just going to apply 2 thin lines to the sides of my nose, and I'm also just going to contour my cheekbones with it, just applying a line to the under part of my cheekbone. I'm just slightly blending it out, but I'm just going to blend it out further using a Morphe M439 brush, the same one I used for my foundation, and that will just give my contour that blended look. Of course, what we all want when we're doing our contour. To make my nose look especially thinner, I'm just taking that same concealer from NYX that I was using earlier to prime my eyes, and I'm using this to sort of narrow my nose. So you can see that I'm applying this to the sides of my nose, so it kind of brings forward the edges of my nose so my nose doesn't look that wide. I will do a contouring nose video in the future, so I'll be able to get more in depth with it and show you like why I do these things, but that's just what I do. So for my under eyes, I'm taking my Maybelline brightening concealer. This is like one of my new favorite concealers. It's just so beautiful, and I'm just applying this to the high points of my face and also to my jawline to really make my contour pop more. And then I'm just blending it out using my foundation brush. This is just a really great way to make sure that everything is seamless and blended and you don't look like a crazy maniac with unblended concealer. To bake, I'm using my Coty Airspun powder. I'm just baking really quickly wherever I apply the concealer so it doesn't budge. So while I'm waiting for my concealer to bake, I'm going to be doing my eyebrows using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow Pomade, and then I'm just going to brush the bake all off. Now it's time to do my under eye area. I'm again taking that same contour color from the contour palette that I was using for my transition color. I'm not sure if this was like a very necessary step, but I just applied this to my under eye area as like a sort of base color for the other colors that I'm going to be putting on. And the next color I'm going to be using is the Enchanted Forest color from Makeup Geek. I'm just applying this with a pencil brush to my under eye area, just concentrating this on my outer part of my under eye area and just sort of bringing it in so it is a very gradient effect. And then I'm just going to be blending this out using an e.l.f. Concealer brush. I don't really consider this a concealer brush. I consider it more of like a flat eyeshadow brush, but this is called an e.l.f. concealer brush. So that is just what I'm going to call it. To line my inner waterline, I'm using my Mercier Eye Caviar stick in the shade Plum, I think. It's this really beautiful deep plum color. I'm using this to line my inner waterline on my under eye area, and then I'm just taking a clean pencil brush and just smudging it all out so it looks very smoky and very seductive, well, to me anyway. And then we're just going to go into eyelashes. I'm using my Ardell Demi Whispies, and ooh, look how fast I put them on. Not really, but I just skipped that part. So for my blush, I'm using my Wet n Wild blush. This is called the Color Icon blush in the shade Apricot-In-The-Middle. I'm using my Morphe E4 blush brush to apply this to my cheeks. And then for highlight, I'm using the TheBalm Lou-Manizer highlight. This is one of my favorite highlights, as you very well know if you've been watching my channel. I love this, and I'm just using a precise highlight brush to apply it to my cheekbones. And then we can't leave out the Cupid's bow and the nose. Well, yeah, just the high points of my face. I just wanted to add a little bit more balance when it came to the highlight, so I just wanted to highlight my brow bone just to make sure that everything on my face was a little bit more balanced and bright. And for my lips, I wanted like a very beautiful nude color. I'm using Kylie Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the shade Exposed. It is a little bit drying, but I can work with that so long as I use a balm underneath, which is what I did when I was doing this video. So of course that is the end of this tutorial. As you can see, this is a finished look. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching till the end. As always, I'll have all my videos, 4 videos right here for your viewing pleasure. So if you want to see those, you can click on any one of the videos. And I hope I'll be seeing you again soon. But then again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye guys.